Hi, welcome back to Movie Review Mom. Today, the movie I'm reviewing is Black and Blue. This movie is rated R. It's 1 hour and 38 minutes. And the Movie Review Mom grade that I'm giving it is a solid B. And I'll tell you why. But first, in a quick nutshell, the movie is written by Peter Dowling and directed by Deon Taylor. It's kind of a cat and mouse thriller, and it addresses the loyalties between being African American and being a cop. And can you be both? It's really an interesting drama and interesting commentary on society as well. So while covering issues like loyalty and racism, the movie is suspenseful, culturally aware, and brave enough to shine a spotlight on ugliness, cowardice, and corruption. And while the story isn't entirely unique, it is still well done and good enough to add to your movie queue. Now, some tips for parents. This is a rated R movie and has a lot of violence and ugliness, so they're probably not going to be very interested and probably shouldn't watch it. There's some profanity with some F words. There's rap music with the N word. People are murdered at point blank range with some splatters. There's violence with various weapons and lots of destruction. Some of the positive themes are a look at racism and how we need to just get over it. Color shouldn't matter. However, in the movie, it does. Loyalty, police brutality. Well, that's not a positive theme, but a discussion and a theme of the movie. Doing what's right is a positive theme. Corruption, I mentioned, and trust. And Alicia West, played by fantastically, I might add, by Naomi Harris, her character says, the point is be the change, a-hole, except for she doesn't say a-hole, she says the whole thing. But anyway, that's kind of the point, be the change. And that's a great theme and a great thing to share with audiences. Some things that I really liked are, first of all, British actress Naomi Harris is Black and Blue and fantastic. She really, at her performance, really is the reason why you want to watch the movie. She really gives 110%, does a great job. And speaking of cat and mouse, Tyrene Gibson also does a great job playing a character whose nickname is Mouse. He's tough and realistic and very likable. So I really enjoyed his performance. I always enjoy movies where an innocent person is on the run constantly. And that's kind of what this movie is all about. And I'm glad that the corruption wasn't aimed at just one gender or one color, even, that it was sort of rampant. And I like movies where the protagonist doesn't know whom to trust. So the movie is definitely about that as well. Some things that I didn't really like is that there are a lot of cop cliches, and in fact some of the scenes are completely ripped off from the movie Training Day. And some people say, well, if you're going to just copy another movie, why have this movie? And I tend to agree with that. There are some plot holes that will probably drive you nuts, so just try not to let them bother you. And the movie actually seemed short to me. It was pretty quick running, and it seemed like there could have been more to the plot if they had spent a little bit more time developing the story and just spent more time on the movie. It's just seemed pretty short, kind of just from point A to point B. I don't know, not a lot of twists and turns and all of that. Some people are tossing around the adjective cheesy to describe this movie, and it might be a little bit at times, but that's okay. Maybe it bothers some people because the movie is pretty gritty and it shows realistic ugliness. And then there are also some happy moments that might seem cheesy in comparison, but I like happy moments too, so it was fine. And there's not very much humor. I mean, this is a pure drama. And then my overall sadness for the movie isn't how the movie was made or anything like that, but just pointing out the sad element, to me at least, that people are afraid to help other people. They're only out to protect themselves and they won't stick their necks out. Now, that's not entirely true. There are some people that do, in the movie included, but just generally how people close doors and shut themselves away. They don't want to get involved. And I completely understand why, especially if their own lives or their family's lives are in danger. But it just kind of made me sad in that regard. However, the fact that Naomi Harris's character is trying to do the right thing, that gives us hope when we watch the movie. Anyway, other than that, that's my movie review for this film. So thank you for subscribing. Be sure and click that little bell button that will notify you every time I post or upload a video. And I really appreciate your support. So thanks for subscribing. Bye for now.